I have a new eyeshadow palette on my radar, on my wish list, and I at first was going to buy it as soon as I found out about it, but it was on pre-sale, so it wasn't available for purchase just yet. And so I was able to have like an extra day or two to really think about it and watch some reviews on it. And after just thinking about it a little bit more past that initial impulse, I realized that I likely have some of these shades already, and maybe I should try to dupe the vibes or create the palette in my own way with what I have before I go out and purchase it. And I'm talking about the Nearly Natural eyeshadow palette from Glaminatrix. It's a beautiful palette. I have no doubt that the quality is there and that I would really enjoy having it. But I already have quite a few eyeshadows that are beautiful, and there are times where I already feel a little overwhelmed by how many eyeshadows that I have. So bringing in another full-size palette doesn't make the most sense for me. So I thought we could sit down together, look through my eyeshadow collection, and see if I can create a version as close as possible to the original palette as I can get. Hopefully it encourages you or motivates you to do the same if you're also looking at this eyeshadow palette but maybe aren't in the position to be bringing in a new eyeshadow palette. Having this inventory of all of my eyeshadows is so helpful for things like this. If you haven't done something like this with your eyeshadows but you would like to, I have a video where I show you how I do this with my eyeshadows and also with my blushes. So I'll have that video linked if you'd like to see how logistically I made this happen, because I have all these numbers here with a spreadsheet that tells me what eyeshadow is which. Now I'm gonna put up a picture of the palette and go through and try to recreate it myself. I'm also using some swatch videos from other people. I'll have those linked in the description box as well. Those swatches are gonna help me be more accurate than if I was just looking at the website. So this first shade is called Naked Eye, and this is described as a topper shade, at least from the people I've seen. They said that it has a clear base and that it has a really sparkly silvery finish. Based on what I have in my silver section, I think the only silvery shade that has that level of sparkle and still a relatively sheer base is this shade here, number 25. And that is the shade Flutter from the Natasha Denona Retro palette. In the pan it looks a little bit more gold, but it does have that sheer base with a really sparkly finish, and it leans more silver than yellow gold to me, so I feel like that's definitely close enough. The next shade is Stripped Back, and if I were only looking at the picture on the website, I would say this looks a lot more silver, but some of the swatches I've seen show that it has a little bit more of a purple to it. So I'm gonna look at my purple section, and I'm gonna try to find the shade that has like a purple sheen to it, a purple metallic. I have a lot of beautiful purple eyeshadows, but the one that has the silver reflect is this shade here, 104. And that is Pretty Little Lilac from Give Me Glow. A beautiful metallic shadow, and it has a beautiful metallic finish. It's maybe not as silvery as what the swatches show. The next shade is Unveiled. It looks much more pink in the photos, but again, the swatches show that it has kind of a peachy pinky base with a cool toned shift to it, or a cool toned metallic element. Most of my peaches are here. I do have a couple shimmery peaches, but they seem to all have more of a gold shift versus a silver. Maybe this color here, 72. That's Humidity from the Desert Rose palette. Don't I have something from my Lethal palette that has more of a silver? No, that doesn't have as much sparkle in it. Okay, I think Humidity from the Desert Monsoon palette is the closest. Next up is Sultry. That one is described as more of an orangey gold shimmer. So I'm going to look in this section here and maybe over in this section too. This shade here, 80, that one looks really similar. Natasha Denona Muse, that's in, yeah, it's here in the I Need a Nude palette. That looks pretty close to the swatches I'm seeing. I'm mainly referring to Kitsch Snitch's swatches, and this one has a lot of pretty reflex in it, which is kind of how she describes these new shades. The next shade is Nearly Natural, and that one is really similar to Sultry, but it's more red orange. So that's making me look at shade 88, but maybe also 90. Both of those shades are from the Too Faced Natural Nudes palette. 88 is Rose Gold, which is right up top here, and 90 is Sparkling Rum, which is right next to it. I would say Rose Gold has more of a golden sheen. I don't think either of them are as like sparkly as the other one. I would probably say rose gold is closer, but I don't really have a lot of shades like that because that's not really my favorite color to wear anyway. So I'll put Too Faced Rose Gold down as that shade. The next row is all matte, so I'm gonna go wash the back of my hand so I don't have a bunch of shimmer there. The first shade in that first row of matte shades is called Pure. It looks like it's almost white, just a very, very light bone cream color. And I have a couple shades that are that light and are matte. The first one is a straight up white. It's a single from Ulta called Pure as Snow. And then Coconut is very light as well, but it's more yellow. I think it might be a little too deep for the sake of this exercise. So I think I'm going to go with this shade Skimp from the Vive 90s palette. It's very, very close to that white shade, a little bit darker. And then the next shade, Soulless, is also a really light matte shade, but it's got more pink to it. And I'm gonna use this one here. This is also an Ulta single called Good Vibes. You know what, I changed my mind. I wanna use Ulta Pure as Snow as my dupe for Pure. I think Skim is also a good option, but I think the way I would use it is I would want a brightening white shade. And that one is really close to white. I think Skimp is just a tiny, tiny bit too dark. The shades look more white to me. I feel good about that decision. I'll use Ulta Pure as Snow to be Pure's dupe, and then Good Vibes to be Soulless's dupe. I think the next two are gonna be a little bit harder, Barely There and Serene. They're warm browns, and if it's one thing I have a lot of, it's warm browns. So I think it's gonna be kind of hard to narrow that down. Barely There is definitely the most orange. Okay, so Barely There, in the website photo, it looks like it's more orange, but the swatches make it look more of a like red pinky orange. To me, the swatches that I'm seeing are much closer to 227 here, which is Too Faced Warm Rose. So the most orangey matte that I have is Tuscan Fun from Limoncello, but that's much too orange. It's kind of like I need to mix these two together. Let's look at 204 right here. That's What's Up Beauty Creature, which I think is from the Dragon palette. Yeah, actually I think Creature is a really good middle ground between those two shades. So I'm gonna give it to Creature. Serene definitely looks more like a traditional chocolate brown, really similar to this color here, 224. And the shade 224 comes from the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette in the shade Robert, which is this bottom color here. It seems to match relatively well, but maybe has to be a tiny bit more pink, and it needs to be a little lighter because the two shades on the swatches I'm seeing, they're not that much different in depth. Serene is darker, but it's not that much darker. I think I have some shades like that in the Natural Nudes palette. Maybe Warm Rose or Cocoa. I think I need to go a little darker than that. This color here, 200, it's lighter than 224, and it has a little bit more red in it. And then 203 also looks like a good alternative. 200 is What's Up Beauty Canyon. That's from the Desert Monsoon palette. Still feels a bit dark, maybe a little too red. Let's look at 203. 203 is Joshua Tree. That one looks lighter in the pan. No, it needs more red. About 197, that's What's Up Beauty Rock. That's from the Geodes palette. That looks not that red. I think if I could go a tiny bit darker than that, I would be right in the perfect spot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Rock. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. Untouched, that one definitely looks like more of a red burgundy matte. So I'm gonna quickly look at my red section to see if I even have anything that dark and that matte. Lethal Umashu, that one looks like it might be pretty close. I think it needs to be a little more red, but I feel like that's a really good match so far. But if I can go a little more red, that would be great too. 59 is ColourPop Overpacked. I think the original shade is from, I don't remember what the name of the palette was, but it had a lot of reds in it. This one might be too red. Like it still needs to have some brown in it. I think this is more straight up red. How about Sacred from the Shroud Arcana palette? That looks really close. I think I'm gonna go with that one. New Nude. That one is really similar to the first shade, Naked Eye. It's more of a sheer topper shade, but it's definitely more gold than the original color. And so my first thought was this color right here, number 39, which is Citrine from the What's Up Geodes palette. And this one has more of a sheer base and then a really yellow gold sheen. It's beautiful. And then the next one is similar, maybe has a little bit more of a base to it, but it's a gold with a green shift. And again, I immediately thought of the shade John from the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. This one's a little more metallic, and then it has kind of like a silvery gold sheen with a bit of green to it. That middle one, Raw, is a shimmery shade with a lot of red, and that made me think of number 58, which is Natasha Denona Flare. That's from the Retro Glam palette. I think the Nearly Natural palette has a lot more shimmer in it, but I think that's as close as I can get in my collection. I don't have a ton of shimmery red shades to choose from. And then the next shade, Second Skin, is similar to that middle shade Raw, except it's more orange. And so I'm going back to the Natural Nudes palette from Too Faced and going for Sparkling Rum. Actually, maybe this shade here, 183, I don't know. That's from the Avatar palette in the shade Badger Mole. This is more of a multi-chrome, so you're not really seeing as much of the orangey red in it, and it has so many different shifts in it that I just don't think that it's a perfect dupe, even though it is really beautiful and it has more of a warm shift to it. I still think Sparkling Rum is the closest I can get in my collection. And then Smolder, that one is definitely a dark gray black with a shimmer to it. Nothing I have is gonna be that dark and that sparkly. I just don't own an eyeshadow like that. In real life, if I wanted to have that sort of color, I would just have to put a black eyeliner or something down and then put a sparkly shade on top of it. Maybe I'll go to the one black eyeshadow that I own. Boaz from the Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. Flutter has a tiny bit more of a gold sheen, but if I pat that on top, like that may just have to be as close as I can get. So that's what I'll do. Boaz with Flutter on top. For that yellow color essence, I have 4 yellow shades that I think would be an option. This first one is a single from ColourPop in the shade Paper Tiger. This one might not be yellow enough. It looks pretty close, but I also have this yellow from the Shroud Cosmetics palette in the shade Entity. That one's maybe going more brown, so that one's out. Next up is Amalfi from the ColourPop Limoncello palette. No, that one's way too yellow. And then Lava from the Geodes palette. So I think those are the two that we're comparing. These two right here. I think Paper Tiger is the closest because even though it is a yellow, it's not as yellow as that Lava shade. So Paper Tiger wins. The next shade is one that really drew me to the palette to begin with, and that is Down to Earth, which is kind of a khaki green, maybe an olive green, which I have a lot of shades like that, but I think the 4 main ones that seem like they would be the closest match are 2 of them from the Juicy Olive palette from Give Me Glow. Got Vodkatini and Dry Martini. And then I also have Shroud Trappa from the It's Freakin' Bats palette. Lethal 575 from the Earthbender palette. I think Trappa is closest to what I have, even though maybe it's a little too bright for this palette in particular. I just feel like it still has that green in it, has enough yellow. I don't know, if it was just like a slightly ashier version of it, I think it would match better, but I think it's still really close as I'm gonna get. The next shade is Naturally, which is a really deep burgundy red matte. Shroud Sacred was one of the main red mattes that I had, and I already used it to dupe Untouched. I need a deeper, more red version of that, and I think the closest I'm gonna get, well, first let me swatch Shroud Sacred, which is what I'm using to dupe Untouched in the second row. So I need something deeper and more red than that. Aura from Huda Beauty, definitely deeper. I think that would work really well. This shade from the ColourPop palette would be too red. Yeah, and it's not deeper. So Huda Aura is gonna be the shade that I use to dupe that shade. The second to last shade, Disrobe, is a really, really dark brown. I'm gonna revisit Robert, which I thought was a dupe for a previous shade and it ended up being too dark. I think it's gonna be very, very appropriate for this shade in particular. But I also thought the shade Soot from the Vive 90s palette, actually I think that might be too cool toned. Yeah, it's almost like I need to find something that's a mix of these two. Shroud Relic, maybe? I don't think it's deep enough. 93 from the Vive 90s palette. What's Up Beauty Smoke? Where's that? That's from the Dragon palette. Okay. How about Thunder from What's Up Beauty? Okay, yeah, actually Thunder I think works better because the swatches look a lot more like a cool toned dark brown. And then of course the last shade is a black matte, and the only black matte I have is Boaz from Sydney Grace, so that'll be what I use as my dupe for Cinder. I'm gonna clean up my hands and swatch all the dupes on my arm and then compare it to the arm swatches that I see on the website to see how close I am. So this is what I ended up with. I don't know if I nailed it exactly on most of these shades, but I definitely got close enough. I forgot to mention I swapped out the purple shade. I originally had Give Me Glow Pretty Little Lilac, but I switched it out with Filigree from Cliona because I wanted something that was more silvery purple, and the purple when I swatched it out from Give Me Glow was just way too purple, and so I kind of wanted to get as close to the shade as I could. It doesn't have like the sparkliness that the original palette has. Most of these shades don't, except for this Natasha Denona Muse shade and this Flutter shade from the Natasha Denona Retro Glam palette. The rest of them are more like metallic shades instead of sparkly shades. As much as I love a sparkle, I think for every day I do like a metallic sheen, something maybe a little softer. And then of course I do have really shimmery, sparkly shades that I can use with like an eyeshadow primer and stuff like that if I really wanted to go all out, but that's not really like an everyday occasion for me. So even though the shades from that palette are likely more sparkly and maybe even more like texturally interesting than these ones are, I'm not actively seeking that out. I don't need to get a whole palette just because it has that. I'm perfectly fine with the ones that I have. Overall, I feel good about this. Do you think I should have switched anything out? I feel like this green shade is really standing out as not right. This was really fun. I think I'm gonna do stuff like this more when there are eyeshadow palettes out there that I want to get, but maybe I need to figure out if they would be that unique, honestly, with what I have already. It's not often that an eyeshadow palette catches my eye to begin with, so I don't imagine this will become like a regular thing for me, but I would love to know if you end up doing this with your eyeshadows to see if you can create a dupe. Maybe you find shades that are even closer. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next one.